Welcome to Not Milk Never Milk. Subscribe if you're lactose intolerant.
You start by confirming what's actually swapped and why. Open your OS keyboard layout panel and look at the active layout name. Make sure you have administrator rights to change system settings. Once done, compare the physical key legends to the on-screen layout so you know whether this is a software mapping or a hardware legend issue. Make sure to note if Alt-GR or Shift+quote produces an @ symbol. This determines whether you change layout, remap keys, or swap keycaps later. You now perform the core change. On Windows, add English US or English UK and set it as default or use PowerToys Keyboard Manager to remap the quote and 2/@ keys. On macOS, add input source or use Carabiner to swap keys. On Linux, run sexgmap with the correct variant or xmodmap to swap keycodes. Once changed, test in a plain text editor to confirm and quote produce expected characters. If not, revert or try the alternative. You finish by addressing hardware and final checks. If software remapping is insufficient, carefully remove and swap keycaps to match the new mapping or replace the keyboard. Make sure keyboard firmware and OS drivers are up to date. Sometimes factory firmware fixes odd behavior. If problems persist, test the keyboard on another computer to isolate hardware versus system issues. One troubleshooting tip: if characters remain wrong after all changes, reset the layout settings to default and reapply.
Thanks for watching. If this was helpful, leave a like and consider subscribing. See you next time.